Hey, everybody, Off the Mic Sports Network here. Another edition of Off the Top Rope. So we're heading on the road to Saturday night's main event from Atlanta. It is at least billed as Goldberg's last match, World Heavyweight Championship match against Gunther in Atlanta, his adopted hometown. He played football there. He started WCW there. He played football professionally and in college in Georgia. So it's a big deal for him. I still don't understand why we need to be doing this, but he wanted to have one last match. He wanted to do it in WWE. They're doing it in his hometown. Okay. I've already kind of hinted at this and I've kind of gone down this road, but I've seen a lot of people who really are starting to talk themselves into this scenario that makes no fucking sense to me whatsoever. They're saying that Bill Goldberg is going to beat Gunther. Let me say that again. 58-year-old Bill Goldberg is going to go beat one of the best professional wrestlers in the world, Gunther. And they're talking themselves into that because, hey, the way out of that, Seth Rollins cashes in. Did Vince McMahon ruin you guys and mess with your minds? That is the worst idea ever. Whoever thinks, if TKO and WWE actually go through with that, I'm convinced that Vince McMahon has infiltrated creative again. That is a horrible idea. And if you guys have watched anything that Triple H may not like the briefcase, but there's one thing that he has done. He has used it in stories. If you guys think about some of the cash-ins that have happened, outside of Austin Theory, which was a mess, but Damian Priest, his whole thing factored in, and they paid off a story over that. They didn't have it necessarily maybe the longest-term plan for it, but Drew McIntyre, he lost his cash-in because he was trying to win the world championship, and he got greedy, and he wanted to do it immediately. Tiffany Stratton had something set up with Nia Jax. Io Sky was, really set off the stage for a long-term build with the breakup of Damage Control, with her being the champion. And she was able to benefit off of people that she had interacted in because Damage Control was really at the top of the game on SmackDown. And then, you look at the situations going on. Seth Rollins hasn't even really looked at the World Heavyweight Championship in any way since winning that briefcase. He hinted at it before he won the briefcase, but he was even on the show where Jey Uso was defending against Gunther. There was no hinting whatsoever at that. They hinted at it before it, but Seth has not even eyed the World Heavyweight title at all since winning that briefcase. It has been CM Punk, John Cena, and Cody Rhodes stuff that he has done. So if you really think that he gives a shit about the World Heavyweight Championship at this point, just because he's on Raw, you're delusional. And if you think that WWE is going to waste a cash-in on Bill Goldberg, and you really think that Bill Goldberg is going to just win only to lose? That would be a massive ego trip, and maybe he would do that, but that's a fucking horrible idea. That is a horrible idea. Because not only that, you're also killing Gunther's aura. The guy's already lost to somebody that people universally don't like in Jey Uso. Not some people don't, not universally, but a lot of people do not like Jey Uso and thought that was a bad decision to have Gunther lose to him in the fashion that he did by tapping out. So you really think in his first title defense that Goldberg, a 58-year-old man who hasn't wrestled in 3 years, or hasn't technically, maybe he has on the, I don't even know if he has, I haven't even kept, but he hasn't on WWE television. He hasn't wrestled in 3 years. It's not happening, guys. I don't know if it's more out of fear or if it's just pure delusion on everybody's part that they think that this is actually going to be a result that's going to happen at Saturday night's main event. If they're smart, Goldberg hits one Hope Spear, gets Gunther kicks out, and Gunther locks in the sleeper and just ends this thing. It protects everybody. It doesn't make Goldberg look bad. You don't have to go crazy in this match because we know Goldberg doesn't have a gas tank. He hasn't had a gas tank his entire career. He's almost 60. So I was getting into interactions with people on social media. I was like, you guys really think that they're going to waste a cash in on, you really think that they're going to waste a cash in for Seth Rollins on a title that he has not even looked at in the last 2 weeks? He has not even bothered since the title changed hands. And part of that might be because Gunther's the champion. There was a little bit of a hint at it when Jey Uso was around that he was interested in the world. But since he won the briefcase, Seth Rollins has not cared about the world heavyweight title. He's interacted with Punk. He has interacted with Cena. He has interacted with and Cody Rhodes. So it's very clear where this is going. If anything, I think what the obvious conclusion to this whole thing is Cody Rhodes, presuming that it's a one-on-one match. If CM Punk's involved in there, this could get really interesting. Where either way, Seth Rollins is going to cash in after John Cena drops that title. But I would expect as soon as SummerSlam, at the conclusion of that main event. That's what I think that would happen. I don't know what it's going to be. I think it's going to be Cody and Cena too. But I could also see Punk being involved in this too, depending on how the result of Night of Champions goes. So that's something to keep your eyeballs peeled on. But if you really think that Bill Goldberg is beating Gunther, you're fucking delusional. And if it does happen, TKO's either lost their minds or Vince McMahon's back in creative. Because that is a Vince McMahon decision 101. There's no story to it. It's just a convenient way to get yourself out of jail with the old get out of jail free card, like you're playing Monopoly. And I just don't see any benefit to it whatsoever. So, yeah, that's it for this one. I'll have some more coming here on the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys. Bye-bye.